Travel the World presents 25 best places to visit in the USA. Involved 50 expresses, the USA possesses a region that is just barely imperceptibly more modest than Europe. It's in this immense country that you will discover an unfathomably assorted exhibit of characteristic scenes, cityscapes, individuals and societies. From the tropical islands of Hawaii to the desert scene of the Grand Canyon, to as the multicultural urban communities like Chicago and New York City, you'll never be trapped for objections to find. Here's a gander at the best places to visit in the USA. Number 1. New York City. The gem and the crown of the USA with regards to metropolitan regions, New York is a megacity that is totally stuffed loaded with notable spots, regions, and structures. Truth be told, in some cases it seems like you're strolling through a recognizable area, much appreciated to how regularly the city highlights in Hollywood movies. There's Central Park, the Empire State Building, Grand Central Station, Times Square, even the 5 boroughs that make up NYC are celebrated. At that point there's the Way of Life, Koreatown, numerous Chinatowns, the remainders of Little Italy. Furthermore, networks from Jewish to African American make New York a genuine world city made rich by individuals who've rushed here from everywhere in the world. Number 2. Grand Canyon. Drawing in great many guests consistently, the Grand Canyon is one of those list of must-do subjections in the USA. Situated in northern Arizona, this monstrous regular miracle was cut by the Colorado waterway over a time of a few million years. It isn't the most profound or the longest gorge on the planet, however the mind-boggling size and vivid scene offers guest vistas that are difficult to coordinate. Essentially discover a perspective and friend over the edge, or fly over it in a helicopter. On the off chance that you need a truly long climb, go for the rim-to-rim trail, yet remember to pack a lot of water. This is a tenacious desert environment, all things considered. Number 3. San Francisco. Set on the tip of a promontory, San Francisco is an excellent city in Northern California that is well known for a ton of things. Without a doubt, the Golden Gate Bridge is the city's main fascination. Vacationers can drive, bicycle ride or stroll across this celebrated engineered overpass to respect and photo staggering perspectives. There's likewise the clamoring Chinatown, the fish at the consistently well-known Fisherman's Wharf, the infamous island jail of Alcatraz and the broadly steep and winding Lombard Road. You'll be unable to get exhausted in this entrancing city. Number 4. Las Vegas. You wouldn't figure a city in the desert in Nevada would be as mainstream, all things considered. However, it's gratitude to the procession of gambling clubs here that Las Vegas is so well known. The most notable gambling clubs themselves are for all intents and purposes easily recognized names: Caesar's Palace, MGM Grand, the Bellagio. As well as betting, show young ladies and luxurious exhibitions, Las Vegas offers bounty more to suit individuals, everything being equal, and interests. On the central avenue called the Strip, there are the Bellagio's Great Wellspring shows, a reproduction of the Eiffel Tower and an Egyptian pyramid, among different milestones. Number 5. Yellowstone. Set up in 1872, Yellowstone is acclaimed for being the absolute first public park in the world. There are various fountains to watch here, outstandingly Old Faithful, which is basically amazing, it never neglects to eject on time. And afterward there's the kaleidoscopic Grand Prismatic Spring, ringed by rainbow tones on account of various microorganisms that live in the cooler segments of this bubbling assortment of water. Yellowstone National Park is additionally home to more wild creatures than pretty much any spot in the United States. Number 6. Chicago. Nicknamed the blustery city and most popular for its transcending high-rises, sports groups, what's more, novel style of franks and pizzas, Chicago is the third biggest city in the USA. Situated on Lake Michigan in the core of the Midwest area in northeastern Illinois, Chicago is a significant center point for account, industry, and business. The city's various destinations range from the cutting-edge Millennium Park and the notorious St. Louis Tower to the Navy Pier with its parks, eateries, and beguilements. Various classes of music, for example, jazz, blues, and house music have establishes in the unrecorded music settings around Chicago. Number 7. Los Angeles. The second biggest city in the USA, Los Angeles is situated in Southern California, encompassed by the Pacific coast, mountains and valleys. Regularly viewed as the diversion capital of the world, LA is inundated with big-name culture. You can see the impressions of film stars on Hollywood Boulevard or go on a visit to see stars' homes in Beverly Hills. For laid-back days there's the bohemian neighborhood of Venice Beach, home to Muscle Seashore and a meandering aimlessly promenade that serves as a phase for a wide range of particular road entertainers. Number 8. Washington, D.C. The capital of the United States and seat of the government, Washington, D.C. is situated on the nation's east coast. A cosmopolitan city that is home to numerous different societies, Washington is broadly known by its numerous notorious tourist spots like the White House, Capitol Building, the Washington Monument, also, the Lincoln Memorial. A considerable lot of these landmarks are totally situated inside the wonderfully finished parkland known as the National Mall. Number 9. Orlando. Home to world-celebrated amusement parks like Walt Disney World, SeaWorld and Universal Studios, Orlando is no uncertainty a most loved location for family relaxes. Situated in Focal, Florida, Orlando is where dreams and enchantment become reality. With a few carnivals, guests to Orlando can meet their number one storybook characters, reenact live well-known film scenes, ride exciting crazy rides and watch dolphins performing glorious stunts. Number 10. Hawaii. The Polynesian archipelago of Hawaii is a genuine heaven that is spread across many islands in the Pacific Ocean. With its heat and humidity, broadly immaculate seashores and abundance of normal view, Hawaii has been advanced as a tropical objective since the finish of World War II. The islands are likewise a great objective of surfers from around the world. Notwithstanding the consistent convergence of guests, native Hawaiian culture actually flourishes and can be found in functions, customs and people music. Number 11. Seattle. Home to worldwide monsters like Boeing, Starbucks, and Amazon, Seattle is the biggest city of the USA's Pacific Northwest area. Seattle is nicknamed the Emerald City because of its lavish landscape coming about because of a stormy environment. The horizon of Seattle is a shrubbery of transcending high-rises. The delegated greatness is the advanced 605-foot-tall Space Needle, worked in 1962. The city is notable for its fish, which you can attempt at the noteworthy Pike Place Market. Also, the encompassing pine woods make for amazing climbing. Number 12. Miami. Perhaps the most energetic urban communities in the USA, Miami is most popular for its radiant seashores, Latin culture and sizzling nightlife. Situated in southeastern Florida off the shore of the Atlantic Ocean, Miami is additionally a significant port city dealing with the world's biggest number of traveler journey ships. Across the Narrows from Miami on an obstruction island is Miami Beach, known for its Art Deco engineering. Furthermore, marvelous South Beach. Number 13. Boston. Probably the most seasoned city in the USA, Boston is most popular for its abundance of American history, design and scholarly organizations. The capital and biggest city in New England, Boston is breathtaking sight in spring and pre-winter with blossoming trees and fall foliage. As the setting of numerous noteworthy occasions that hinted at the American Revolution, Boston is saturated with early American history. Number 14. Niagara Falls. The world-renowned Niagara Falls right Ontario in Canada and the American territory of New York. Situated on the Niagara River, the falls are a summit of the progression of water that spouts out of the upper Great Lakes and are really comprised of three falls, Horseshoe Falls, the American Falls, and the Bridal Veil Falls. 6 million cubic feet of water falls over the edge each second, making for an inconceivably noteworthy sight which draws an expected 30 million sightseers per year. Number 15. New Orleans. Viewed as quite possibly the most interesting urban areas in the USA, New Orleans is broadly known for its particular French Creole culture, food, and engineering, just as jazz music and the yearly Mardi Gras festivity. Arranged in southeastern Louisiana, New Orleans is the state's biggest city and a significant U.S. seaport. Crushed by substantial flooding from Hurricane Katrina in 2005, New Orleans is presently generally recuperated and stays probably the best spot to visit in the USA. Number 16. Denali National Park. Covering an enormous breadth of precipitous land in Alaska, Denali National Park is the third biggest public park in the United States. The masterpiece of this unbelievable cut of wild is Denali. Once known as Mount McKinley, this is the tallest mountain in the USA, however the entire of North America. Bicycle, climb or mountain climber yourself through this district for dazzling view and sights of mountain bears, wolves, and moose. Number 17. San Diego. Based on a characteristic harbor, the waterfront Californian city of San Diego is situated on the boundary with Mexico. It's wealthy in Mexican culture, tasty fish and favored with an all-year gentle environment. Guests are drawn to the city for its laid-back attitude, and freedoms to splash up some excellent sun, ocean, and sand. At that point there's likewise the clamoring Balboa Park, where you can discover San Diego Zoo, among handfuls of exhibition halls and botanic nurseries. Number 18. Sedona. Situated in the North Focal Piece of Arizona, the town of Sedona is known for its lively workmanship scene and otherworldly withdrawals. Be that as it may, Sedona's most mainstream fascination is the amazing exhibit of red sandstone developments that make a striking red and orange scenery to the town. Drawing in craftsmen, otherworldly searchers and outside darlings the same, Sedona's splendid scene offers a lot to see and do. Staggering common milestones like Airport Mesa and Cathedral Rock present great photo openings. Number 19. Philadelphia. Normally alluded to by local people as Philly, Philadelphia is a significant U.S. city in southeastern Pennsylvania and home to the notable Liberty Bell and the Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Viewed as the origin of America, Philadelphia is known as the city in which the nation's principal architects marked the 1776 Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution. There's a large group of intriguing craftsmanship historical centers to visit around there, including the Philadelphia Gallery of Art, which isn't just one of the biggest on the planet, yet in addition well known for its long trip of steps which were highlighted in the 1976 film Rough. Number 20. Savannah. The quintessential southern city, Savannah draws a huge number of vacationers consistently to its enchanting scenes of Victorian engineering, cobbled roads and greenery-hung oaks. Lying on the Atlantic coast in eastern Georgia, Savannah is the state's most established city, rich ever, cordiality and characteristic magnificence. A stroll around the historic district's cobbled roads permits perspectives on excellent old manors from the 19th century and memorable destinations. At the point when you've had enough of old structures, a walk around the tree-lined ways of verdant Forsyth Park will undoubtedly invigorate you. Number 21. San Antonio. The gem of Texas, San Antonio is a city saturated with both rich history and present-day claim. Situated in South Focal, Texas, the city is one of the biggest in the United States and most popular as the home to the Alamo. Another of San Antonio's most visited attractions is the Riverwalk, a dynamic passerby scene of eateries, shops and amusement settings extending along the two sides of the San Antonio Stream directly in the center of the Midtown region. Number 22. Zion National Park. Indeed, even among America's national parks, few can coordinate with the staggering excellence of Zion National Park. Arranged close to Springdale in southern Utah, the recreation center secures a progression of unimaginable stone arrangements and high sandstone bluffs, and is a most loved spot for climbing, canyoneering, what's more, climbing. In contrast to numerous different parks in the American Southwest, where guests peer down from the edge of a gorge, guests to Zion stroll on the gully floor and gaze upward. Notwithstanding the grand stone monuments and bluffs, the recreation center is known for its desert scene of sandstone gulches, plateaus, and high levels. Number 23. Yosemite National Park. World-acclaimed Yosemite National Park has become the notorious home base for sharp wild climbers, who appreciate going through ends of the week endeavoring the numerous paths that befuddle the parks. Yosemite is high on many lists of must-dos, with individuals attracted to its emotional view and lovely untamed life, amazing cascades, noteworthy sequoias and stunning bluffs. Notorious and camera-ready highlights incorporate the stone precipices of El Capitan and Half Vault just as the monumental Bridal Veil Fall. Number 24. Atlanta. The capital and biggest city of Georgia, Atlanta is a rambling city with three metropolitan horizons ascending from the pleasant view of moving slopes, pine backwoods, grand old oak trees and enchanting magnolia trees. Set up as a railroad end in 1837, Atlanta has arisen as the head of the New South. The city's top attractions are the CNN Center, World of Coca-Cola and the Georgia Aquarium, which includes the world's biggest indoor aquarium. Number 25. Aspen. Aspen, Colorado, is the spot to go for skiing in the USA. 4 separate skiing regions, Aspen Highlands, Ajax Mountain, Buttermilk and Snowmass further down the valley, make it a chilly jungle gym for winter sports. Aspen detonated as a silver mining town in the late 19th century, something reflected in the engineering from this time. Summer is a happy time for making a beeline for the slopes and there are climbing openings aplenty.